Hey, it's Bobi, aka Paginator, and today we have an Owlcrate unboxing. Is the March 2024 box, and it feels a little bit weird to be opening this because it was like 2 days ago that I filmed the Fairy Loot February unboxing, but the two companies are on different schedules, so that's just how it goes. Let's get a look. Secrets and Masks. Oh, I read that correctly and it was sideways. I'm kind of impressed at myself. Alright, set this aside for the spoilers. And we have quite a bit of crinkly stuff to get out of the way. We have quite a bit of these crinkly things to get out of the way. That'll take me a moment. Alright, let's start with the pin. If you haven't seen any other Owlcrate unboxings so far in 2024, they are doing slider pins this year. And they're about like couples. What is it called? Perfect Pairings Collection. That's what it is. Oh. What do we have here? Oh, this is based on the Shades of Magic series. I'm trying to get the slider element to work. There we go. Cute. Up next we have a container of some kind that's like silicone. It's not always enough to go looking for the place we belong. Sometimes we need to make that place. A reusable snack bag. Inspired by the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. Love that book. It was designed by Lisa Errico at Little Forest Cat. We have an umbrella next. Let's take a look at her. Is that a sea serpent of some kind, maybe? Oh. Now, I'm not going to open this because we don't open umbrellas indoors, and also, like, no room to open it in here, but we can see that it's got black towards the bottom and then this same print here at the top. That's cool. Sorry, I just looked and saw the next item. It says, "Go away, I'm reading." Oh, funny. I love the design on there. Of course, you know I love dragons. And we have the moon up here, which is also really pretty. Let's see if we can see a designer on this one. This was designed by Sajra Fox at S-A-J-R-A-F-O-X. Sajra Fox. I don't know if I said that right. What is this? Oh my god. Look at this. Angarad, Emrys Mirden. I know those words. How do I know them? It's a journal! Oh my gosh, it's like a sketchbook style. There's no lines or dots or anything, just blank pages. Oh my gosh. And on the back it says, "Survival is bravery too." Oh my goodness. Inspired by a study in drowning. I just read that a couple days ago. Oh my gosh, maybe it was a week ago-ish, week or less ago that I just finished that book. Oh my gosh, that's why, because this is the book in A Study in Drowning. This is the name of the book that's talked about in that book. And this is the author of the book. Our main character in A Study in Drowning, like, loves the Angarad, and she gets an opportunity to go design a home for the descendants of the author. Oh my heavens. So this has got to be her, or maybe it's the actual character Angarad, and then the Fairy King is in the back. I love that. I will say, speaking of A Study in Drowning, I did give it 4 stars on Cawpile. Very, very atmospheric. It was one of those, like, kind of like Belladonna, where it's dark and moody and the atmosphere kind of just takes over and you can imagine yourself in that. Also gave me, like, Wuthering Heights, Jane Eyre vibes, like we're on the moors, kind of like wild things everywhere. It was awesome in that respect. Like, oh my gosh. Yes. Definitely worth a read in my opinion. All right, let's set this to the side. We got a journal and a book in one box. Like, could this be more perfect for me? Okay. Oh, we have a pretty book. We have a pretty book. Look at this. The Last Blood Carver by Vanessa Lee. Oh my goodness. Let's get you out of the plastic. We have sprayed edges that are gorgeous. I'm in a little bit of like a book euphoria at this moment. Something's going on. It might be the cold medicine because, you know, I got over a nasty one not too long ago and I'm starting to get sick again, which is like so much fun. But I have a feeling like this one's not going to be nearly as long, and I don't think I'm going to lose my voice this time around. Knock on wood. Okay, so out of the plastic, The Last Blood Carver, Vanessa Lee. We have this human heart here, flowers all around. Look at this. Curse your wretched little heart. I said we have sprayed edges. Here is a look at them. So we have the heart in the middle, and then we've got the florals, and it goes all the way around. Haha. Ooh, ha 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 ha. No. Words. You would never guess by watching my channel that I am an English teacher unless I blatantly told you. Oh my gosh. I do have a master's degree in writing, by the way. Again, you would never know. Sometimes there just aren't words to describe how pretty something is. Look at this. Oh my gosh, Kaya. So when I said, oh my gosh, Kaya, I was thinking of a student who, when they were in 7th grade, would have loved the aesthetic of this book design. So there we go. Let's see what this says on the back. Can I read backwards? Let's see. They all wore masks, but he'd taken his off for her. What? And also, what does heart soothe mean? I have so many questions. Let's look at the end papers here. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh. Look at that. Okay, let's see if we have the letter and autograph. Yep, here we go. So there is the author's autograph there, and the letter, this handwriting looks pretty readable. You know, sometimes I struggle with reading the author's handwriting, but let's give this one a try. Dear Owlcrate reader, thank you for picking up this special edition of The Last Blood Carver. I wrote this book right after graduating college, and it's since followed me into medical school. In many ways, Nika is like me, raised by loving parents and a caring grandmother, and wanting to become a healer to continue their legacy. In reality, I wrote Nika's character to be everything I'm not and wished I was. While I was writing this book, my grandmother was suffering from dementia. Looking back, I wish I had fought against that loss of culture and connection with Nika's same fortitude. Concurrently, my dreams of being a healer were shaken by the pandemic and rejections, like my own city didn't want me. I wish I had taken it in stride like Nika would have, so I wrote about a girl who could do it all in my stead. But I promise TLB's not all so dismal. Oh, TLB, The Last Blood Carver. Okay. It's got romance, it's got mystery, and it's ultimately about a deep search for belonging. Reader, you have my immense gratitude for giving this novel a chance. If nothing else, I hope you can appreciate Nika's trials with love, loss, and legacy persevering. But if you do find yourself in these pages, I hope, as she's done for me, Nika can heal you too. With my utmost thanks, Vanessa. My own grandmother doesn't have dementia as in like diagnosed stuff, but she is struggling a lot with memory problems, and she's 92. She will... 92. Let's do math. She'll turn 93 in September if she makes it that long. But she'll like wake up and think she's in a completely different town, and like, how did her pictures and things get in this house when it's not where she lives? She doesn't recognize her own home sometimes, and so we can see her like starting to slip down that path, and it's heartbreaking. Okay, back to more positive things. Let's take a look at the beautiful artwork inside the cover. Okay, is this a museum, perhaps? We have some skeletons. Books on the shelves, jars, scrolls, shells. I don't know. So the little author blurb tells us that Vanessa Lee is from Vietnamese heritage. So are we going to get any Vietnamese like elements in here? I'm guessing so, based on like the character art style. I'm guessing there's going to be at least a little bit of that cultural influence in here. Let's read the Dust Jacket synopsis. Nika is a blood carver, a cold-hearted, ruthless being who can alter human biology with just a touch. In the harsh industrial city of Thumas, she is seen not as a healer as she was meant to, but a monster that kills for pleasure. And in the city's criminal underbelly, the rarest of monsters are traded for gold. When Nika is finally caught by the infamous butcher, she is auctioned off to the highest bidder, a mysterious girl garbed in white. But the strange buyer doesn't want to use Nika as an assassin or a trophy piece. She instead tends to use Nika's blood carving to heal the last person who saw her father's killer. As Nika delves into the investigation and Thumas's wealthiest and most powerful, all signs point to Ven Cochin, an alluring yet entitled physician's aide intent on casting her out of his opulent world. But despite his relentless attempts to push her away, something inexplicable draws Nika to him. When she discovers Cochin is not who he claims to be, Nika must face a greater, more terrifying evil, turning her quest for justice into a fight for her life. Her only chance to survive lies in a terrible choice: become the dreaded monster the city fears, or risk destroying herself and the future of her kind. So brief pause to talk about a different book, because I just finished yesterday reading The Scarlet Alchemist, and that had Chinese elements in it, as well as alchemy, and of course, being Scarlet Alchemist, you would expect that, and a really interesting plot line with some very cool premises of how the alchemy works and that kind of stuff. I really loved it. I rated it 5 stars. I absolutely enjoyed it. But this one, for some reason, is giving me similar vibes. I'm not sure if it's like the changing their composition, like the blood carving she does, or maybe it's just all the red on the cover. I don't know. All right, let's get to the last 2 items in the box. We will do our cover comparison from the newsletter. Oh, okay. So, of course, this is the one we got, and here is the regular cover. I like it, but I do like this one better. What do you guys think? Which cover do you prefer? And next month, for April, Death Unto Dying will be the box's theme. Every April box will include an exclusive item handcrafted by Fiction Bath Co. We're going to send out some good vibes here. In January and February, Fairy Loot and Owlcrate did the exact same books. I don't want this to be an all-year thing. So we're going to send out vibes into the universe that the Fairy Loot book is not this one. Everyone, say it with me. The boxes will have different books. Okay? You know what we're going to say? Say it with me. The boxes will have different books. We're putting it out there. But getting back to this box, favorite things, goodness. The journal would be my favorite after the book, of course. But I do really like the practical items. The snack bag, I've never had anything like that. Love the sign. The umbrella is super cute. I don't know about the pin because I haven't read that series, but it's a pretty pin. Overall, I think this is a good, solid box. Okay, it's time for me to go, so let's wrap this sucker up. Have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.